Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here for you today. So, this practice is a yoga practice for hikers. You do not have to be a hiker or have hiked at all to enjoy this practice and to reap the benefits. But if you are a hiker, these things could be really good for you in your flow. If you're just starting off with yoga or you are a great practitioner of yoga, all is welcome for this nice flow today. And I hope that you enjoy and take something away from the practice today. If you don't know me already, my name is Mariel, and I have Mindfulness with Mariel here and do different things, adult classes for mindfulness. I am a teacher and educator for students with mindfulness. It's a huge passion of mine. And please feel free to share comments about how you enjoy the practice, what you're looking for in any way in mindfulness. I have also, you can see the link below, but ways to get involved on Facebook, and you can email me. I have different challenges on my YouTube channel as well that you can use for you, because I'm here to serve you in your mindfulness journey. And so I hope that you take part in something in some way. I also have a podcast, and I'm continuing to actually send more out in that area so that can be very quick tips and tricks for you. And if you're a hiker and not, I think it's really helpful. I know nature can be a beautiful teacher, and I bring and incorporate a lot of that into the mindfulness things I put out as well. So I'm going to stop talking and we're going to get to the practice. And today we're actually going to go through some movement. And again, you can advance it. You can take it back as much as you need. You can always come to a child's pose or just sit and listen and enjoy this present moment together. Make it yours. This is for you. So enjoy it the way that fits you. Okay, so we're going to go through the word actually mountain through this practice. I like to kind of get creative and give you guys something different. So we're going to go ahead, and I want you to start anywhere on your mat. And if you don't have a mat, get a towel or find a place that is good for you, home for you. And we're going to go ahead and just sit together. Hopefully you can see me okay. I'm going to just take a few deep breaths here, closing the eyes and just coming back to this present moment here. And letting go whatever's happened before this point or whatever's going to happen later, and just connect to the breath. Bring some gratitude to the lungs for breathing these deep breaths. Maybe bringing a soft smile to the face. Really doing some deep belly breathing. Don't be afraid to expand the belly and release the air. Let's get our internal body moving before we get our external body moving. This is a moment you're showing up for yourself, so celebrate that for a moment. When we're hiking, we connect with nature as our teacher. Right now, we're going to connect with our body as our teacher, our breath. And one more deep breath in, deep breath out, and slowly blinking the eyes open. And feel free to stay here longer if you need as well and take more breaths. So we're going to dive right into our mountain yoga flow today. So we're going to start off with our M. We're going to do some mountain climbers. And again, find your level, do what feels good to you. If you want to hold the plank, if you want to step it up, you can find what works for you. We're going to build up the heat a little bit before we start really getting into some juicy stuff. So go ahead and find yourself in a plank. These are wrists underneath the shoulders, toes back. If you need to stay on the knees, feel free. If not, you can lift the knees up, flex the feet back, okay? Maybe continuing some forward and back for our ankles. We're going to get into our ankles a little bit later as well. Really good and important to have strong ankles for hiking, or in general too. And you're going to make sure that you're not slouching down and that you're not puffed too much up, but just a little bit in the middle. And holding here, and start moving the knees into the chest. Now again, you can pick this up, pointing the toes, bring the knee into the chest. You can pick it up a bit, you can slow it down a bit. If you want to feel more in the core, you can slow it down to make sure that we have a strong core. Nice. And then if you want to go a little bit faster, just put a little bit of heat. 10, 5, and 1. Hold the top and come to the knees and back. And we're actually going to lift up however you'd like to your feet. And I want you to find wherever on your mat, does not matter. And we're going to go into mountain pose to just start off our practice. I want you to feel your feet maybe rocking it back and forth, right? Our feet, it's crazy to think these little things on our bodies are the things that move us. And again, if you're hiking or walking or just even living life, how it carries us through. Just finding some gratitude here for that. Swaying back and forth, and then finding some stillness, grounding the feet into the ground. Placing the hands out to the side, palms open. This is called mountain pose. And I just want you to stay here and feel powerful like a mountain. And breathing some deep breaths here. And then noticing the energy in the body to be different after we did the mountain climbers. Again, back to that gratitude. The more grateful, the more we connect to our gratitude, the happier we are. The happier we are, the more we can go into the world and serve others, make a positive impact. Maybe placing a hand on your heart, giving some self-compassion, self-love. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start out. Oh, is a tricky one. So follow along with me here. There's really not a yoga pose that starts with O, interesting enough. I looked into it. But we're going to get creative. So I want you to go ahead and we're going to reach our arms up. And I want you to bring your hands together and create an O. Bring it down to the center. Flip it over and then come back up. Inhale. Make an O with our body. Maybe bring the O. Bring it to the chest and just start breathing. Inhale. Bring it down. Bring it down. Inhale. One more time. Maybe you stretch it to the right. And to the left, if you're some cracks, that's okay. One more time to the right and to the left. And then bring the arms down. We're going to do a quick forward fold here. Just loosen up the body, maybe sway side to side. Clasp opposite elbows, relax the neck. Shake it out, yes and no. And then slowly roll on up. Beautiful. Go ahead and come back into the mat. We're going to go ahead and go right into place the knees on the ground and upward facing dog. So we're going to extend the arms out a little bit further. And you can keep your knees on the ground and just push your hips forward. Now, do not go to a place where it hurts. Just go for a place that it feels comfortable. Straighten the arms, shoulders back, chest up. Maybe you release the toes. And again, go out where it's comfortable for you. Maybe you breathe, you come up a little bit, and as you exhale, you push down softly. Again, nothing should hurt. Just feel like a nice stretch, opening the chest, lifting up the chin. And two, here you can stay here, but if you want to, maybe as a practice, you can bend one knee. Maybe you look over the right. Bend the right, bring it down, look over the left, bend the left. Maybe one more time each side. Really opening up the hips. And as we move, as we hike, the flexibility in the body is so important. You pull the glutes together, find some strength, stability. Maybe you bend the arms down a little bit. We're going to come up and down a little bit here. So we're going to lengthen as we breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, forward, breathe in. Exhale. You come up the next time, we'll go to the right. Exhale down. Come up, look to the left. And come down. Beautiful. Now you go ahead and push yourself up. Come to the knees. Bring the toes together. And we're going to do a child's pose here. And these are out and lengthening down. You stretch out the fingertips, point them forward, lengthen the body. You sway side to side. Now feel free again to stay here for a while. Maybe place the head, the forehead on the mat, and roll from right to left, like a rolling pin. Just roll out the mind, come back to the present moment. Also, when we're hiking, it can be easy to get distracted or in our minds. And it's coming back. It's beginning again, coming back to the moment. Taking some deep breaths here and stay here as long as you need for the rest of the practice. The time is for you. Make it yours. We'll go ahead and start slowly rolling up to the knees. And we're going to do some neck rolls for N. So we're already through M-O-U-N for mountain. So just doing some neck rolls here. One way, the other. I'm just noticing where the cracks and kinks are. Continuing to breathe. Maybe you go forward and back, up and down. Loosen up the neck. Hold so much tension in that area, and carrying heavy backpacks if you're hiking. And again, just in our day-to-day, a lot of tension here. Beautiful. We're even going to clasp, if you'd like to, clasp the hands behind your back and lift the chest up for a moment here. Pull the shoulders down. Maybe again doing some more curls here. Right side to side, breathe all the way around. And continuing to connect with the breath. Beautiful. Maybe you hold and pause. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and place the hands down. Come onto the toes. Walk back to the back of the mat. Placing the hands back down and forward fold. We're going to inhale, lift, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then just slowly roll up vertebrae to vertebrae. Head and neck class to come up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. And you can stay facing the mat how you are. I'm going to turn to you so you can see the next pose. We can't do a hiking practice without a hiking yoga practice without a tree pose. So we're going to do some balance. Balance is really important when we're hiking also, because when you step on a rock or you go a wrong way, you want to be able to catch yourself. You want to be able to balance through that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and place the right foot down nice and firm. Maybe you just lift up the heel of the left foot. Maybe you place it on the bottom by the ankle. Maybe you bring it all the way up to above the knee. Just do not place it on the knee, lengthening out the left knee to the left side, grounding in the right nice and strong. Maybe you leave your hands down, opening like you did in the mountain pose. Maybe you bring it out to the side. Maybe you bring it up. Maybe you sway it a bit. You can't see my hands, but beautiful. Maybe you try to close your eyes. Again, where are you at in your practice? You look up a little bit. Again, deep breaths, always connecting with the breath. The breath guides us. Maybe if you like to even too, you can place the arms again with the opposite clasp, and you can lift the chest here too. Add that. Just have fun with it. Again, life is not as serious as we make it, and even when we're hiking, it can seem like we have to get to the destination, get to the top of the mountain, or to that preview, but the destination is not the only thing about the journey. Right? It's a great part, but all parts are great. We have to really see that, open to that. Beautiful. And go ahead and release the foot. We're going to switch sides. Plant the left firmly. Okay, then you just lift the right heel. Maybe you place it by the ankle or above the knee, just not on the knee. Lengthening the right out to the right side. Again, what do you want to do with your hands? Maybe you do some kind of flow through that. Maybe you close your eyes and imagine a tree in a forest or a mountain. Maybe again, you release the hands in the back, open the chest, open up the possibilities of what we can find today, in this day, even when we're not hiking. We can still find beauty in the day. Nice and strong. If you fall out, just come right back in. It's all okay. All right, and release down. Beautiful. Shaking out the body a little bit, moving fluidly. Maybe do some hip circles, one direction and the other. Just feeling into the body, gratitude. Nice. Good, rolling out the shoulders. And here we're going to go to some ankle rolls for our A. We're going to go ahead and place the toes and roll out the ankle outward. Maybe hear some cracks too. Again, our ankle stability and strength is really important when we're hiking. Good, and switch directions if you haven't already. And the other way. I have a lot of cracks today. One way, and the other. Nice, and maybe you want to kind of flex and point out or bring it out in front of you also for a balance challenge. Do what feels good to you, or you continue with the ones on the ground. Just creating space in the ankles and in love. Beautiful. Inhale up. Exhale. Come all the way down to forward fold again. And this is an opportunity where we are going to roll on up here. You can stay down and forward fold as you're listening. We're going to go into an inversion for I for mountain. You can go and find a wall and place your legs up on the wall. It's probably the most comfortable and easy inversion. Again, if you're advanced and you want to go into a headstand, a handstand, any variation, go ahead and go for it. I'm going to show you a very simple one if you don't really have props or walls nearby. You go ahead and just lay on your back and just extend the legs up. That's all you need to really do. Okay. Or you can place something underneath the hips too, that helps with lifting. Okay, or you can put the hands underneath the hips and just extend the legs up straight as you can. It's okay if it's just slight bend. And holding up, flexing the toes back. And breathing. So without the wall, definitely it creates more space for you to hold your core in and have to be mindful. So you can kind of choose what is going to serve you today. Then you're going to flex and lift the feet too. Just breathe here. Make sure the lower back is planted on the mat. Breathing. Just a few more breaths here. Getting the blood flowing down the legs, so important because we use them so often. Letting them kind of take in the benefits of the opposite direction that they usually go. And slowly bending the knees. Let's take a moment to bring the knees into the chest. If you're on the wall, come back and maybe you're rocking side to side or around. Again, also the back carries a lot of the weight as you're hiking, and the back can cause a lot of discomfort. So just giving it some love right now, rocking the ways that feel good. And last but not least, our final letter of mountain is nurturing. We're going to nurture ourselves here. So ask yourself what you need here. Some options for this. You can place the arms around the knee and just hug and embrace yourself. When you continue to rock, or just find some stillness. You can also go to happy baby, where you extend the knees out as if you're making a field goal with your legs and pulling, flexing the feet down, putting the hands on the outside of the feet and just holding here or rocking. Find what feels good to you here. There's also options to go into some nice soft twists. You can bring the right knee to the chest and go over to the left. You can look over the right shoulder. Breathe here for a few moments. You do not need to follow me, but if you'd like to, you can. And we really do what feels good to you. Coming back to center, so lifting out the legs if you're following me. Breathing in deeply, again, getting into that. You can roll out the ankles again here, but also getting into the hip creases. So important. And then twisting over just to the left. You might get some cracks here too. And breathing. Coming back to center. That last nurturing moment, what do you need? You can go into a butterfly, your hands on your hips. Again, so much love sitting there. Again, you can keep with the interlacing, bringing knees into the chest. What do you need here? Also bring just the soles of the feet onto the mat and just plant them firmly here and just feel your body here. You can also bring the feet out. I know I'm giving you a lot of different options. I want you to find what feels good to you. Bring that to the length of your mat and then bring the knees together. This one can relax the lower back. It's one of my favorites. We're going to close practice with a few deep breaths here, wherever spot you've chosen. Maybe it's you've gotten to the top of the mountain or you've gotten to the end of the hike and you just soak it all in. Maybe picture yourself somewhere beautiful. Breathing in the fresh air, noticing the beautiful air in your skin, the scenery around you. Deep breaths, letting it all go, coming back to this present moment that you've given yourself. You made the time for you to go through this practice. What a gift. Celebrate that for a moment here. And do not rush through this end. I know it's easy to just end it now, but try to stay here. Even too, on a hike, it's like, okay, we need to get back now. Can we just stay for one more moment and soak in whatever's left? In this present moment we won't have again. That pause before we react or just go on default on autopilot. Can we just take one more pause? If you're ready to join me, you can extend the legs out if they haven't been already. Bring the arms overhead, nice big long body stretch. And go ahead, and you can come wherever you'd like. If you'd like to bring the knees into the chest, and you can roll over to one side. And then slowly coming up, keeping the eyes closed or soft gaze, coming up to a seated position, nice and slowly. You're just finding here a moment of pause, one final time, one final gift to yourself. Continue with breath. I want you to feel as strong as you did when we started it in that mountain pose, in this seated position here. I am as strong as a mountain. What does that mean to you? What does that look like to you? A mountain can get rained on, lightning, storms, snow, all things, right? But it still stands proud, it still overcomes, it still nurtures all parts of it that's living on it. And that's the practice. Here on the mat and off the mat. To ground, to be here now, to trust that we got this. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. I like to close practice with saluting my head, my mouth, and my heart, thanking all parts of me. Bowing down to yourself in this practice. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I'd love to hear in the comments below how the practice was for you. Hope to see you guys soon.